lesson 10.3, using chords of circles, is based on these three theorems. The first of which is 10.6, which says that if I have the same circle, or two congruent circles, if I have two minor arcs that are congruent, then their chords are also congruent. So if arc AB is congruent to CD, if and only if the chords that form them are also congruent. And then we have theorem 10.7, the perpendicular chord bisector theorem, that says if the diameter of a circle is perpendicular to a chord, then the diameter bisects that chord and its arc. Then theorem 10.8, if one chord of a circle is perpendicular bisector of another chord, then the first chord must be the diameter. So let's take a look. So example 1, using the chords, find the arc measure. So it says this in the picture. We can see that FG is congruent to JK. And we can see that arc JK is 80. Now we know by theorem 10.6, if the chords are congruent, then so are the arcs. So we know then, if the measure of JK is 80, we know that it's congruent to the measure of FG, so that we know it is also 80 degrees. Now try these two, and then I'm going to show you the next example. So on this next example, we want to find HK. Now note HK is right here, and HK, as you can see, is perpendicular with our diameter right here, JL. So according to theorem 10.7, we know then that it is being bisected. So we know that because this is in fact the diameter and it's being bisected, that if NK is 7, then HN is also 7. So HK is the sum of those, so HK we know is 14. Now, to find arc HK, which is actually the outside, we know that by that same theorem that those two arcs that form it are equivalent. So we know that 11x is equal to 70 plus x, because we can see here in our picture that this arc plus this arc make the full HK arc. So we'll solve this equation by subtracting x from both sides. We get that 10x is equal to 70. Divide both sides by 10, and we get that x is in fact 7. Now note, we want HK, not x. We know that HK is made up of 11x and 70 plus x. So we have 11 times 7 plus 70 plus 7, which is 77 plus 77, or 154. So we could see that the measure of arc HK is 154 degrees. And then there's two more try this problems, and that's pretty much it.